Okay, good morning class. So this is our second lesson now on geometry. We are on page 3. Page 3 was for homework for today, not so? Right. So on page 3, L, are you going to calculate B? So it's going to be B plus 120 equals
180.
Y?
Co-interior angle.
Co-interior angles. It's a U that's being formed here. Can you see that? So it's co-interior angles with AB parallel to DE. So angle B is equal to 180 minus 120, which is 60 degrees. Okay. Let's look at M. Are you going to calculate X? Alternate angles. Not so. So X is equal to 124 degrees. Why? So these are alternate angles. Alternate angles with AB being parallel to CD. So that's 124. How do you calculate Y? Y plus 124 equals Y. So it's co-interior angles with EF. Now you see EF is now the parallel line. So EF is parallel to GH. So Y works out to be 180 minus 124, which is 56. 56. Okay. How do you calculate Z? Corresponding angles. Not so. So Z is equal to 56. It's corresponding angles with AB being parallel to CD. Okay. Any confusion here? Huh? Yeah, every time you go to the bathroom, how does that feel? I feel like I'm boring. You don't want to be here. That's true. Yeah, there you can't go. Right. So let's look at A. How do you calculate A? Can you see that F being formed there? Okay. So A is 86. Why is A 86? Corresponding angles with PQ being parallel to. Now what? B or C. You could have gone with C, co-interior, or B, co-interior. Not so. So we say B plus 86 equal to 180. Why? Co-interior angle C with JH being parallel to LK. So B is going to be a 180 minus 86, which is 90. Sorry? Now you calculate C. Also 94. And why is C 94? See that F being formed here. Okay? Corresponding with PQ being parallel to. Okay? Let's look at O. calculate A? Angles on a straight line. You've got A plus 63 is equal to 180. Angles on a straight line. So A is equal to 180 minus 63, which gives me an angle of, sorry, 117 degrees. What's up? 117. B. Can we say B is 63?
No.
Why not? It's alternate, not so. They are alternate. They're not parallel. So for the alternate angles to be equal, it has to be parallel. Although it's alternate, it's not parallel, so the alternate angles are not equal. Yes.
So I say continuous.
Must be continuous. So you all understand why this is not 63, no?
Yes.
These lines are not parallel. Okay. So you're saying B will be co-interior with 94. Okay? We're going to say B plus 94 equals 180. The reason? Co-interior angles. With EF being parallel to MN. So B is going to be 180 minus 94, which is 86. Is that correct? Right? I'm going to calculate C. 117. Why? Why is this 117? Corresponding angles. You all see the F? Okay? Sorry? So C is equal to 117. And that is the reasoning. We see it's corresponding angles, with EF being parallel to MN. Are you going to calculate D? Vertically opposite angles. Can you see that, people? Two transversals, vertically opposite. So D is equal to 94 degrees. Vertically. Okay? Any confusion there? Okay. The next one, P. P. X's. Can we calculate X at this point? No. I'm going to calculate X at this point.
Sir,
Yes?
let's just calculate the 1.
The 1.
The angle 1.
Yes.
B1, sir.
So what you're noting here is that you must calculate B1. Then the alternate angles will be equal, because the X is equal to that whole angle. But that angle is shortening angle B1. Once I got B1, I've done the job. Did you see that? So let's go with B1 first. There's okay. Angle B1 is equal to 32 degrees. Why? So alternate angles with BG to CF. So we said X is equal to 32 degrees plus 64. And And the reason there is alternate angles with BC being parallel to DJ, DH, HE, HJ, it doesn't matter. 46, sorry. Okay, which is DE. Okay, so that gives us an angle of 78 degrees. So it can be calculated now. Sorry? C. Are you going to calculate C? Co-interior angles or? Can you use co-interior angles, which is correct? Or? Interior angles of triangle. Both would have been correct. Okay? Since the core was co-interior first, go with co-interior, so C plus 46 degrees plus 32 degrees equals 180. These co-interior angles. Co-interior with CF being parallel to BG. So angle C is going to be 180 minus 78, which is 102. Okay? What can be calculated now? Y. Now can you calculate Y? Co-interior. Co-interior. So that angle and that angle adds up to 180. So you must still use the calculate this angle if you're going to use co-interior. Other way. I see now, yes. C and Y. Like that? Right, that is absolutely correct. How else?
Sorry?
How else could you have worked out angle Y? Yes, somebody's saying it. Y and X here, which is corresponding angles. You guys understand?
Yes, sir.
What book are you busy with, Michael? And don't even lie to me. Not you. Behind the... Do I look stupid to you? Shh. The green one. So why are you moving the book around like this? For what? Don't you have your own booklet? Bring the book, let me see. What do you want to see? What does she want to see here? You didn't do our homework, the last homework.
I didn't see it. I tried finding it in the pieces. I couldn't find it.
What's that in the booklet that I gave you?
I don't know.
Now whose fault is that? You don't look after my stuff, you don't do my homework, you're moving, you're disrupting me in the class. What's happening? Okay, so y is equal to 78 degrees. Why? Corresponding angles with CF being parallel to. Okay. Any confusion here? Right. So we're going to page 4 now. Okay. I'll give you a couple of minutes to sort out Q. If we're done with Q, move on to R. Okay. At this point, I'll pause the video as well. Okay, so let's have a look at this question quickly. Now we're going to calculate x. X is equal to 45 degrees. Why? Alternate angles are equal. Here's your Z. So it is 45 degrees. With BA being parallel to DC. Okay. So you're going to calculate y. We know that 2y plus 2y minus 180 equals, minus 80 equals 180. So it's 2y plus 2y minus 80 is equal to 180. The reason? Co-interior angles. With AB being parallel to DC. So 4y is equal to 180 plus 80, which is 260. So it's 140, so y is then going to be 70. You all agree with that? Alright. Are you guys done with R? 65. The 65. Is 130, not 140, is 130. So it's 65 is absolutely correct. I said 260 divided by 2 was 140. It's actually 130. And then divide by 2 again. Okay. You all okay with this one? Who's done with R? This by show of hands? Only one person, okay? So I'll give you a chance to do R quickly. If you're done with R, you can carry on with S. I'll pause the video again at this point. And also when you're watching these videos, people, do not watch the video without attempting the sum. Okay, it's very important to first attempt the sum so that you know exactly where you're going wrong and what your misconceptions are. Okay. Okay, so let's look at page 4 R for the values. Okay. So what can be calculated first? A. How can A be calculated? Corresponding angles. Did you see? So what can I say? So 3A plus 30 plus 6A minus 60 equals? Not 1A. Nope. Corresponding angles are? Equal. So it's 3A plus 30 equals 6A minus 60. Corresponding angles with EF being parallel to GH. Again, when we're using corresponding alternative co-interior, we must say which lines are parallel. A is on one side, numbers on the other side, so 3A minus 6A is equal to negative 60 minus 30, which of course is negative 90 minus 3A. Negative 90 divided by negative 3 is 30 degrees. Okay. So if needed, P1 is going to be 3 times 30 plus 30. Or R1 is going to be 6 times 30 minus 60. Okay. What can be calculated here now? P. These angles are? vertically opposite. Not so? So I'm going to say B is equal to 6 times 30 minus 60. 6 times 30 is 180 minus 60 is 120 degrees. And the reason here is vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. There's 120. Sorry? 30. 6 times 30. What's 6 times 30? 180. And 180 minus 60 is 120. Sorry? Sorry? What? B1. P1. B1. There's no B1. There's B. B is here. R1. R1 is going to be 6 times 30 minus 60. We work X out to be 30. A to be out 30. Just a second. You understand, my girl? Well, what don't you understand? Do you understand why A is 30? Yes. Now you see this angle here is 6 times 30. A is most 30. 6 times 30 minus 60. 6 times 30 is 180. 180 minus 60 is 120. If I was going to check this angle here, what's 3 times 30? 90. What's 90 plus 30? Also 120. So why can't you understand that this is going to be 120? 30. No. A is 30. Not the angle. You understand? Right. Yes, Michael? Okay. So that's 120. So what can be calculated now? What week are we in now? Oh, you got still maths, okay. Nice. C, how are you going to calculate C? Co-interior. Not so? So 120 plus C is equal to 180. So 120 plus C is equal to 180. The reason? Co-interior angle. With AB being parallel to CD. So C is going to be 180 minus 120, which is 60 degrees. Now what can be worked out? D. How can you calculate D? Sorry? Alternate angles. So D is equal to 60 degrees. And the reason here is alternate angles with EF being parallel to GH. Okay? Any confusion there? What are you busy with, Michael? You're checking what? Huh? Okay, so let's look at S quickly. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do S. Again, we're going to pause this video at this point. Alright, so let's do S quickly. So what can we say at this point? A plus A plus 20 plus 210 equals? Why? It's either revolution or angles around a point. Both is acceptable. So A plus A, of course, is 2A is equal to 360. Minus 210 is 150. Minus 20 is 130. Is that correct? So A works out to be 65 degrees. Okay. So, if needed, we know that this angle here is going to be 65 plus 20. Or this angle is 65 and that angle is 210. Okay. So this is 65 degrees. And this is of course 85 if needed. Okay. So how do you calculate B? Co-interior angle. Covering. So 65 plus B adds up to 180. Did you see that? So B plus 65 equals 180. Co-interior angles with FC being parallel to BA. Are you all okay with that? So, B is equal to 180 minus 65. What's 180? Minus 65 gives you an answer of 115. Okay, so B is 115. How do you calculate C? 17 angles again. So 115 plus angle C is equal to 180. Why? Co-interior angles there with FB being parallel to AC now. So it works out to be 180 minus 115, which gives me an answer of 65. D 65. Why? Alternate or corresponding. That if is lying that way. Yeah? Either one will get you the mark.
So do you get extra marks in the language?
No. You won't get extra mark. No. So you say D is equal to 65 degrees. Corresponding you can write or alternate angles. Both is going to get you the full mark. So if you're going with corresponding, it's FC that's parallel to BA. However, alternate, it's going to be BF, which is parallel to C. Okay? Yeah, and you can have your mark. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes to sort out T. Another angle we're shorting. Oh, we're shorting E. We didn't see E, sorry. There you go. Angles on a straight line. So E plus 65 is equal to 180. The straight line, or the angles on a straight line. So that's going to give you E is equal to 180 minus 65, which is Oh, I could have used alternate angles. Not so? You also get 115. Okay? Now you can do T. How is it the same? Not the same. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes to sort out T. Yes, Michael? Sorry? You don't have space and you can do it in your book, it's fine. I'll pause the video again at this point. Okay, so let's look at T. Okay, what can be calculated first? A. 2a minus 30 is alternate to 59. Okay, so I say 2a minus 31 is equal to 59. Why? Alternate angles with RU being parallel to ST. So 2a is equal to 59 plus 31, which is 19. Divided by 2, so a gives you 45. Okay. So if a is 45, 2 times 45 minus 31 is 59. That is 45. Okay. I will calculate B. Sorry? Co-interior angles. So B plus 45 degrees equals 180. Co-interior angles. Another word for 180 is what? Another word for 180 degrees is supplementary. Did you guys know that? So PQ is equal to ST. Okay, so B is equal to 180 minus 45, which is 135. Okay. I gotta calculate C. Revaluation. So it's going to be 45 degrees plus 59 degrees plus C equals 360. Revolution. So C is equal to 360 minus 45 minus 59. It gives an angle of 256. Okay, do you guys understand? Okay. Some challenges. We're in exercise 3 now, some challenges. Here we are told that in the diagram, AB is parallel to CD. Then we are told that angle GEC, which is this angle here, is 20 degrees. Then AFG is 40 degrees. Calculate the size of theta, which is this angle here. Draw the third line that is parallel to AB and CD. Where do you think we're going to draw this third line? Through what? Through angle? In the middle, through which point? G. So what we're going to do is draw a line, a parallel line going through How is that going to help us? Let's call this line A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay? Alternate angles. So then you can work out this angle here. But what do they want? They want the theta angle, which is this angle here. Remember, theta, alpha, beta, omega, they are all unknown angles. The same as you use an x, a y, and a z. Like what's x plus x? 2x. What's theta plus theta? 2 theta. What's x times x? X squared. What's theta times theta? Theta squared. The only difference is that the theta, alpha, beta, and so on is denoted or used most often when you're working an unknown angle. Okay, you understand? But I can use it, no problem. And it's Greek symbols basically, okay? So that theta angle there is marked there. So that alternate angle will give you this angle here. We don't need that. We can rather go and calculate. Let's call this FGH. Not so? How can I calculate FGH? Co-interior angles here. Can you see that? Then I can also calculate DGH. How? Also co-interior. Once I got that two angles, I add it together. And I'll get theta. You guys understand? Right, so do that quickly. So very important, no? When you answer this here, since we are doing construction, so we must say here, construct or construction, HI parallel to AB. That's your construction. Okay. Actually, I construct HI through G parallel to AB or CD. Doesn't matter. If it's parallel to AC, automatically it's parallel to CD. That must be said there. Why? Because we have altered the, not altered, but we have done something to the diagram. Okay, but remember, whatever is not on the diagram must be stated. Okay. Again, I'm going to pause the video at this point. Alright, here we go. Again, for the learners who don't understand, what? You understand it now? Who says you understand? Okay, so the idea is to change the diagram in such a way that we can apply the basic Euclidean geometry rules. Okay? Without that line of HI, we won't be able to solve that angle theta as it stands. So by drawing that line HI parallel to AB and CD, by drawing that line parallel to that, it now opens up more angles around theta. Can you see that? So with that line being parallel there, we can also use now corresponding co-interior and alternate angles there. Okay. So as you can see here, we got 40 degrees. 40 degrees plus this angle here adds up to 180 degrees. So we say 40 plus FGH that angle equals 180 degrees. Why? It's co-interior angles. With AB being parallel to HI or IH. So if GH is 180 minus 40, which is 140 degrees. Yes?
So sir, that circle is 360.
No. That from this point here, all around is 360. That circle is not only 360. You understand? All the angles around that point is 360. Okay, that was your revolution. What's a revolution? 360. It goes right around. Okay, from start to end. Goes right around that point. That makes it 360. Okay. Didn't you just go down to the bathroom and I said you can go to the bathroom, man? With everybody else? You didn't go. Why not? Go, Michael. You understand what is 360 now? Hello? You understand? Right. Now what can we say? Remember, we need to work out this whole angle here. Also, that line that we've drawn in there cuts that angle up. Okay? So what else can we say? We can say that 20 degrees. 20 degrees plus angle HGE or EGH is equal to 180. Why? Again, co-interior angles. With DC being parallel to HI. So EGH is 180 minus 20, which is 160 degrees. But have I answered the question? No. The question actually covers both those angles that I've calculated. You understand? So that theta is equal to 140 degrees plus 160, which is and no reason required. No, not given. It's not given. Within medical instructions, how can it be given? Okay. But you guys understand?
Yes.
That is why it's called. Okay. You'll just get maybe one sum like this. And the sum would be worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marks. Ones like these. The ones that we did prior to this. You will get most of them. All is nice. Geometry is nice. Okay. Let's look at this one. Let's talk you through this quickly. In the diagram, AB is, what does that mean? Perpendicular. What does perpendicular mean? Not parallel. Yes, Michael, your arm is up. You make it? Equal but not parallel, no? Meet? No, that's the contrary. Then perpendicular lines always meet. Always meet. What? Uti. Huh? Okay, so let's look at what is given here. AB. This AB. And this BD. Right angle. That perpendicular means it's 90 degrees. So AB is perpendicular. You can already see. Yeah. So AB is perpendicular to BD. Which means to say they are at 90 degrees to each other. Okay. So AB is perpendicular to BD. And angle C2 is 170 degrees minus 2x. Come. Okay, 170 minus 2x. This one's a bit different. The question says, express the following angles in terms of x. So what does that mean?
And that's it, x is equal to.
Nope, that is solving x. If you say x is equal to B2 or B3 is equal to something in terms of x. Like if you look at this angle C2, C2 is actually 170 minus 2x. C2 is an angle in terms of x. Not O, it's a 0 with degrees there. Looks like an O, no?
Yes.
But it's not. It's either 0 or it's a degree sign. No?
Yes.
Do you guys understand? So let's look at this here. B3. Here's B3. How would we have calculated B3 if C2 was any angle? I'm hearing it, yes? Coming here. Can you see that, people?
Yes, sir.
So what do I say? 170 minus 2x plus B3 equals 180. Why? 20. Then you write B3 on the side, take everything else over.
Yes.
Right. How do you think you're going to calculate B2? What do you know about B3 and B2? They add up to 90 degrees. Can you see that? So once you have B2, B3, then you say that plus B2 is equal to 90 degrees, the reason. And then you write B2 on the side, everything else on the other side. You guys understand? Try it. Right. Again, I'm going to pause the video here. I'm not going to give you a long time because the bell is going to ring soon. Your homework. I think this is the second sum on page 5. For homework is going to be page 6. You do for me C. Only C, no? Just do one. So it's going to. Some of you won't be able to do it. Some of you will. But attempt it. So when it comes tomorrow. Why are you going like that? Script. Alright, so you're going to do for me on page 6, C, and the whole of page 7. Okay. So the page 7 deals with the revision of geometry of 2D shapes. Okay. Which is the triangles here. So what we've done thus far is angles and lines. No? So do that quickly. I'm going to pause the video. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Again, when you do these videos, people, you must have done the sum or attempted the sum first. And you can do a sum more than once. No? Yes. So that is right. That is right.
But so, like, how do you get B2 then?
So now you say, no? 10 plus 2x plus B2 adds up to 90 degrees. Then you write B2 in the same.
So if B3 is going to go on what side? They're going to take off.
Yeah, so you're going to say 180 minus 170 plus 2x. And don't write in a pencil, no? You write in a pen. Girlfriend, are you finished? Asking her what? To help you.
And
Now that is right. Now you say 10 plus 2x plus b2 equals what? 90. Given. Then you write b2 in like b1, b3. Yes?
B3 plus 1.
Yeah. B3 plus 170 minus 2x is equal to 1.
But so how come there's two unknowns in one?
It's the same unknown. It's just in terms of that unknown. Yeah.
So
X is must the unknown.
B3 is X as well. Like
In terms of X. Yeah.
okay.
Do it and you bring it back to me. Nice. Nice.
So I put X on the
No. You leave it like it. Now you say 10 plus 2x plus b2 is equal to 90.
So it's right.
Correct? Nice. And I was wondering where you were today. You're here. Right, listen. Now, where's your attempt?
So with these two, so
First, work out B3. So 170 minus 2x plus B3 equals 180. Coincident. Do that, work out B3 and you bring it back. Let me see what you got. B3 is with that, no? Is this here. Right, no? Now you take that over the equal sign as well. So you got B3 is equal to 180 minus 170 plus 2x. So it's going to give you 10 degrees plus 2x. So that's B3 in terms of x. Can you see? Now you say 10 plus 2x plus b2 adds up to 180. 90. Co-interior. Not co-interior, but it's given that that angle is 90. You need to practice it. You see your work, Jessica? How can you solve x here? That is right. Now you take that over the equal sign and that over the equal sign. So B3 is equal to. Do that and you bring it back. Where's the diagram?
I don't know.
Why? You see here? B3 plus 170 minus 2x equals 180. Co-interior. Now we say B3 is equal to 180 minus 170 plus 2x, which is 10 plus 2x. So that's B3. So 10 plus 2x plus B2 is equal to 90. You must give a 90.
Yeah.
Then you solve for B2 in same like this. Terms of this. Nice. Good. Alright, let's do it on the board. Okay, let's do it on the board quickly. Come, girls. Hello. So we're saying that co-interior angles. So we say B3 plus 170 minus 2x equals 180 degrees. Co-interior angles. With AC being parallel to BD. Okay. So B3 is equal to 180 minus 170 plus 2x. Which is 10 degrees plus 2x. So this B3 in terms of x.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do we do now? You see that add up to 90 degrees. So B2 plus 10 plus 2x equals 90 degrees. Why? It's given. You see that was given to us.
Yes, sir.
You can either say that AB is perpendicular to BC, or you can say it's given that ABD is equal to 90. Okay? So B2 is going to be 90 minus x minus 2x. 10, not x, sorry. 90 minus 10 minus 2x, which is going to give me 80 minus 2x. Okay? You guys understand? Easy. We got 5 minutes left, no? Is that correct? Alright, so you guys can start now. Do question 6. On page 6 you must do C. You want me to give you a run through it first with you? Yes. Okay. So in the diagram you are told that BA is parallel to DC. Yes. H1. Yeah, H1 is the 1/6 theta. Yeah. Y is vertically opposite. Okay, then we are told that NGA, this angle here is theta. No, not that circle thingy. It's theta. H, so you go H in G is theta minus 20. Then we are told that BHF is 1/6 theta. The question says calculate the size of theta. So importantly, here we have to set up an equation so that we can solve for theta. You understand? So, what angles can we see here that are equal and so on? She said it already. H1 is 1/6 theta. Why? Vertical opposite. So we got that angle now. Right. Don't write it down. Just think about it.
Oh, yes, G. Dapat exactly here.
So, yes? So, okay, so that 1/6 theta. What did you say? Say again? N2, yes? 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 The angles on the straight line, so they add up to 180. So that could be 1/6 theta as well. Okay, but now you're shorting this one. You understand? So we can't do that. So we're still shorting 2. Sum of triangles. So what are we shorting? G1. You start shorting G1. How are you going to calculate G1? Angles on the straight line. So in other words, G1 plus theta is equal to 180. That's a straight line. So G1 is equal to what? 180 minus theta. So this is actually G1 in terms of theta. Can you see that? So this is going to be 180 minus theta. So how are we going to work out theta now? Sum of triangles. So what do we say? Theta minus 20 plus 1 over 6 theta plus 180 minus theta equals 180 y? Sum of triangles. And then you work out theta and you solve theta. You understand? Just do that quickly. Let's see. After that, I'll show you there was another way you could have done it. But do that one since you called it out as in that order. And I think the bell is going to ring now, so I'll stop the video as well at this point, okay?